this is our video about our trip to Europe that we did recently. We're going to do a 4-part series where we cover each country that we went to. Tonight we'll do part 1, which is our trip specifically to England. And while in England, we went to 2 major places. One is London and one is Cambridge. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. The first thing we did was we got on the plane. We took a plane from Melbourne to Singapore. That flight was about 7.5 hours. And then we took a Singapore to London flight, which was around closer to 14 hours before arriving at London Heathrow. We then took the train from London Heathrow, a direct train, which you can take to Paddington. And our hotel was in Paddington. That's the part of London we stayed in the inner West End. Okay. So, Mom, did you want to say anything about what we did that first night?
No, the first night we were actually quite tired. We reached about 6:30 in the evening at the hotel.
Yeah.
So we left our luggage and we just wanted to check out the restaurant because we were hungry and there were a lot of restaurants and the street had a lot of options, restaurants and a lot of hustle bustle, looked very busy and kind of very lively street. So we wanted to check out the street and the shops and the restaurants around there. So we had dinner, Italian dinner.
Yeah, that first night we had really nice Italian food. I had the gnocchi.
Yeah.
That was a nice Italian restaurant, walking distance from our hotel. So that was the first night. We sort of explored a little bit around Paddington. We walked around a few streets.
Yeah.
Saw
the weather was nice.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, 23 degree and still sunny till 9 o'clock, actually 9 p.m. But yeah, so we walked around and checked out the close by streets and how far things were and what was around. And yeah, it felt very safe, secure with so many people around there and
A lot of tourists.
and a lot of public transport, convenience stores and restaurants and yeah, everything you need while you're staying there for a short stay.
It was really beautiful. And then what we did after that is we went the next morning. We got up and we had a hop on, hop off bus trip that we had to do. So we took the train, I believe it was, or maybe it was a bus. Oh yeah, it was a bus. We took from Paddington to the central London, the actual CBD, and we found our hop on, hop off bus. And yeah, we spent a bit of time on there before going on the cruise. So we had a cruise as part of our trip, and we went on the River Thames. And that cruise took us pretty much from the Tower of London all the way to the Big Ben. That was a nice experience. And then when we got to the Big Ben, what did we do, Mom?
Yeah, we went around Westminster Abbey there, Big Ben and the London Eye, and yeah, there were a lot of things which we saw while we were on the bus. And
there was the Tower Bridge.
Tower Bridge and London Bridge, both bridges, there's difference between the two. The Tower Bridge has 2 towers, that's why it's called Tower Bridge. And there was a big telephone booth with a queue of hundreds of people.
Near Big Ben.
Yeah, near Big Ben, because in the background was Big Ben and the London Eye. You can, so it's strategically that telephone booth was capturing everything like a souvenir or postcard thing, as you call. And people were queued up, and which was very funny and interesting to see. There were beautiful gardens around there, and we saw Downing Street where the Prime Minister stays. And yeah, we went to Trafalgar Square that day as well. And went to the art gallery there, and so we walked around the streets there and saw a few things.
We saw the horses.
The tickets for Westminster Abbey.
The men on the horses.
Yeah,
we went inside the Westminster Abbey Theatre.
Yes, yeah.
That was really nice. And then we also went to, just remembering, we passed the Downing Street. There was a really nice memorial near there. And then we also went to, oh gosh, we pretty much covered a lot of the landmarks that day, didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't went to Buckingham Palace as well.
Yeah, Buckingham Palace. What did you think of Buckingham Palace?
It looks more beautiful, still looks more beautiful on the telly, I would say, than it was actually. Maybe it was a little bit overcast and there were just so many people there. It just looked like it looked overwhelmingly a touristy spot than actually the palace you see on the TV. So which was a little bit different to see in person.
Yeah.
And yeah, before we know the day was over. and then we were obviously very tired from the jet lag from the flights. So we went back to the hotel. We thought we'll have a little rest and then we will go out for dinner. But we did not realize we were so tired that we slept for the next 12
Oh,
hours from
yes.
5:30 in the evening to the
we
5:30 in the morning.
we got home at about 5. We were planning on going to the Middle Eastern place for the halloumi, and we both basically fell asleep on the bed at about 5:30, and it was about 12, 13 hours on and off sleeping.
Yeah, so we
So the
got
jet
the
lag
jet lag
kicked in.
out.
Yeah.
And the next day, we decided to see the remaining places we didn't get to see on the hop on hop off bus because we didn't have enough time to go into everything. So we went to Kensington Palace and the Italian Gardens
The
and
Kensington Gardens, yeah.
Kensington. No, they're called Italian Gardens. And
Oh,
then
sorry. And then we came out at the Royal Albert Hall.
yeah, and there was Princess Diana Memorial Fountain there as well in that park. And then we came out where the Albert Memorial,
The St. Paul's Cathedral.
yeah, and then we took the bus to St. Paul Cathedral because the day before we saw in Hoppenopo was from outside. We wanted to go in and explore. So we went into the cathedral inside. It was beautiful. We climbed, about 400 stairs I climbed and I said, that's it. And I saw the city view from there, and Anmol took another 200 or 300 stairs to go further up at the top.
Right at the top of the cathedral where we could see London, and I ended up looking at the city from the top, and it was beautiful. It was just incredible sight. And then after that, we also went then to Piccadilly Circus,
Yeah.
which was a really wonderful treat.
That was a busy shopping area, Piccadilly
You
Circus.
can leave mom in the Piccadilly Circus. Become a circus clown.
So there were lots and lots of shops there. We did some shopping there, souvenirs and some personal shopping as well. Walked along the streets a lot. We saw the Chinatown in London as well there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Soho area, I think it was.
Yeah, and so it was really nice. And as we walked along a lot, yeah, obviously it was a bit exhausting on the feet and legs.
We also went to the Camden markets, the Camden.
That was the following. Yeah, then we went to Camden Market that day as well. And we had lunch there, Asian lunch.
Yeah, the
there.
buffet.
Yeah, so walked around the market there too. So we took a lot of local buses to go to different areas in London and explore on our pace, in our own time. And we got back, and that day we had the Middle Eastern dinner.
Yeah, it was a really nice dinner we had there.
Yeah.
And then the day after, we went to Cambridge.
Yeah.
We took the train from Cambridge in the morning from King's Cross, St. Pancras. That's where you can take the train to Cambridge. Got off at Cambridge, noticed a hop on hop off bus there they had as well. The hop on hop off bus we went to, first off, I believe, was the American Military Cemetery, which was a very honorable place and that was very well kept. So we went there. Then we went to the main part of town, had a cup of tea because it was a bit cold in a cafe. And then we basically walked into the center of town where we looked at the shops. We had Indian food. There was an Indian restaurant there. We had some Indian food. And then before you knew it, we sort of came out the end of one of the shops and we came into this beautiful part of Cambridge, didn't we?
City centre, old city centre of the Cambridge. There were a lot of universities and cathedrals there, obviously.
Yeah, the cathedrals, they were beautiful. And the buildings were so nice.
And there were a lot of shops. So we went in and did some more shopping there. Got locally made fudge.
Oh, yes, the fudge.
Fudge was very tasty, nice. And we took the bus again to go to the parks and bridges. The hop on hop of bus, basically everything we could go to cover in Cambridge. So it was a very nice day out. The weather was a bit on and off, showers, but afternoon was beautiful. But overall, it was a nice day in Cambridge. And we couldn't do bunting because of the showers and it was a bit cold. So bunting in the boats, which is how they used to transport the stuff from one area to the other in the small boats through the canal.
Yeah.
But because of the rain and cold weather, we couldn't do it. So
There's a nice gardens out there that we did go to, and we liked the houses there, the different colors painted the houses. And
yeah.
that was a very nice experience. So we went around Cambridge, and yeah, before we knew it, we had to go back for the next leg of our journey.
And then we came back through Liverpool. We took
Yeah,
the train
London, Liverpool Street, yeah.
and then came back to the hotel. And the last night we went to the hotel. There was a
Oh, the bar.
pub
the
hotel
pub, yeah.
near the Paddington station, where all the pubs were on the floor with the different food outlet stalls inside. So we had some food there, Mexican and some Greek food, and yeah, before we know it was time to pack up and get ready for the next leg, which was Munich. And so next morning we had to go back to the airport.
We took
we
the train, that
Heathrow-
express train
Heathrow
again,
Express
Paddington to Heathrow.
and checked in for our Munich flight. So that we'll be discussing in the next episode.
All right, hope you've enjoyed this. This is part 1 of the 4-part series, England.
So until next time.
See you then.